there yet, but it's getting there. We'll see. We'll see.
Nice. I like it.
Cool. Yeah, I think the rest of the night is kind of hectic. I think a lot of the folks who are going to be doing fighting are preparing but at the same time trying to get some rest. And the family around them is kind of getting things together, getting people's spiders ready, getting their stuff packed, sharpening weapons. Thralls are doing a lot of work, packing up tents and yurts and getting them ready to move, and be there and support, depending on where the battle goes and how long it lasts. But what do you do the night before the battle, I guess, is a question.
I'm assuming the household being packed up is my new husband's responsibility.
It is, yeah.
Cool.
He's on it. I think he's good at it, and he's on it. Yeah.
Cool. I go to my nameless thrall to see how he's recovering.
Right. I think it's still, we're within 24 hours of his beating, so I think he's pretty concussed, and the swelling isn't as bad as it would have been if he had just been left there, and he's being tended to, so he's doing all right.
Good. I let him know that we're not dragging our feet here, and I'm going to push a little bit. But his next stage of training is about archery, learning to be an archer.
Oh, neat.
So rest, heal up, but don't take too long.
Yeah. He nods and says, "Do you need me to fire a bow now?"
I'd get familiar with one if you feel you have the strength for that. Right? I'd start. I mean, that's your new path, so I'd start to get familiar, get better. Whatever you need, resource-wise, training-wise, let me know, and I'll make those available to you. But don't kill yourself over it. But right while you heal. But
right.
That's where we're headed.
Yeah, and I think your new husband definitely says, Jarmo, says, we usually wouldn't invest quite so much in a thrall, but I'm getting the feeling that it's non-negotiable with you.
I'll try not to step on your responsibilities. We're upset that apple cart too much. There were certain things I will insist upon. But I also have responsibilities to this household and you as well, and I will make sure those are done. And I expect you to call me on where I'm short.
Yeah, that's really fucking reasonable. And I think he was ready. He was ready for a fight. He was like, super reasonable. I thought we were gonna have to get the tribal couples counselor over here and have a moment, but no, that's super reasonable. So cool. Yeah,
no, I'm like, you're doing the shit I don't want to do, right?
Yeah.
As long as I feel like if you're getting what you got to get out of this relationship,
right.
I'm meeting my ends, then we're all good all the way around.
Cool. Love it.
And then I check on Hidu, my spider, to make sure it's ready for the ride and the fight tomorrow.
Yeah. I think the spiders can sense something in the air, and Hidu's definitely like up and ready to go. Beltis has it saddled and ready. And I think like as she's checking the straps one last time as you get on, she says, "Have you ever been in a battle before?"
Not on Spider.
What did you ride?
And I pat my two legs. To me, I rode these two legs in the battle.
Yeah, I think there's like a word for, infantry that's just like an insult. Like, you know,
Right.
like it's like calling someone an asshole.
Right.
It's like
Right.
you don't ride anything. And she's
Right.
like, you walked into battle?
It's a different world out there outside this tribe. Some battles you're better off walking into. Not
Yeah,
every battle is a riding battle.
she makes a
Mhm.
a sucking teeth like noise that lets you know that she does not believe you in the fucking
She does
slightest.
not believe that. Yes.
Not
Uh,
even close.
will your father ride to fight up at the front?
Of course.
Good. That's where he should be.
Of course he
Remember,
will.
I'm new, so I don't know. That's why I asked.
He'll be there.
Where will you be?
Tending to the young spiders, the ones that'll be left because their mothers are being ridden into battle. Moving the eggs, kid stuff.
All right. Then I'll see you after the battle.
Yeah. I'm trying to, like, she wouldn't say good luck or good hunting.
Right.
Like, I'm trying
Right.
to think
Right.
of like what you would say to your sibling, on the night before a battle. You might never see you again.
Right.
Something cool. Will you take Rehat's head?
Somebody might. It could be me. It's hard to tell. But yes, we will as a tribe.
Yeah, and like that's definitely not like she wanted you to like promise her that you would get Rehat's head, but that's not what she wanted. She like
Right.
she like
Right.
she shrugs and like walks away.
Right. I'm like, no, it's teamwork, baby. It's teamwork all the way down, baby. It's teamwork.
Awesome.
That's what's wrong with your father.
Oh, nice.
I don't say that to her, but yeah, that's the message I'm driving home is,
Yeah,
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 the tribe will bring home his head. It'll be one of
yeah.
us for sure.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, and I think as the sky is getting a little bit light, and turning a little bit blue, uh, your father is riding around and checking on people and noticing when someone is a few riders short and finding out what the hell is going on, and comes to you and says, all of my people are gathered. Are you ready for this?
I just say sure. Yeah, sure.
It's your first battle with us. We will be watching. This is not a fight in some tent. This is something more.
Is it?
This is the kind of thing that a Khan of Khans will have to win many times if they are to hold that title. And not just a
Have you
sword that is mentioned in a poem.
really? Have you been in a tent fight?
I've been in my share, yes.
How is it different than tomorrow's fight?
If you don't know, then I cannot explain it to you. It
Hmm.
is very different.
Okay. I'll be watching you, Khan, and your people tomorrow. Don't
Oh, really?
disappoint me.
You're evaluating us now.
This is in this relationship. This isn't a one-way street. As you watch me, I'll be watching you and how you command the tribe. Um,
That is what being a Khan is. It is always being watched.
I didn't come here for
This-
your approval or your disapproval. When you disappoint me, I will remove you. I told you that when I came here yesterday.
Is that said a little too loud and like people start to hear it? Like I feel like we're out,
Right, 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 right. I think
or is it
yeah, I
kept
feel
private,
like
do you think?
yeah, no, I think we may be raising our voices.
Yeah,
Right? I
yeah,
think we're doing what I call the man dance, the two of us,
yeah,
right? And it didn't have to. We both didn't have to be here. He could have just said, whatever I wanted him to say, and I could
yeah,
say
yeah,
whatever right. And we're not doing that. We're both being stubborn. So I think our voices are
yeah,
raising. I think folks can hear us bickering out.
yeah. One of your uncles, I've been too many men. Let's have an auntie. Let's have an auntie. Uh, so many U's. Holy shit. Uh,
Yeah.
Aunt Arwea.
All right.
I think like Aunt Arwea is like ready for battle, and she is your father's younger sister.
Okay.
And she says, I think she like puts a hand on each of your shoulders and says, "It is the night before battle. We are riding to a fort of a witch lord. Our blood is up, and you two have a lot of unfinished words that you need to say to each other. And those words need to be said away from the tribe when we are not about to ride into God's damned battle. Quell your blood, the two of you." And I think your father says, "Thank you, sister."
Uh, so does she look like she walks into battle or rides into battle?
Oh, she rides like you both are on spiders, so she
Okay,
like
gotcha,
rides up.
gotcha,
Yeah, she like rides
gotcha,
up to you on a spider. So she's
gotcha.
like of of a height with you, and
All
says,
right, that's fair. That's fair.
"Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um, yeah, I heed her words. I was trying to figure out. I thought maybe Marduk could have learned enough about the riders
yeah,
in this tribe, so maybe they have or the equivalent of a rider's handshake, a arm embrace, or
yeah, yeah,
something that
yeah."
that they do amongst themselves. I would do that gesture.
Cool.
Uh,
Yeah, it's returned.
Say I understand, and she's right.
Yeah, cool.
Um,
Yeah, I think you and your dad both do that, and I think it isn't too subtle to see like people around you like sighing in relief, like, "Oh shit, I thought that was going to be really bad." Like, Khan's family is crazy.
right,
Uh,
right.
yeah, so awesome.
Um, and then if it's not her, I will find out of the Spider Riders where best they would like me to be in the battle. Where can I
Yeah,
do the most good? Because I haven't rode or trained or fought with them,
yeah,
so I don't want to disrupt what they do. Uh, but I can be useful and helpful. So wherever they think I could be most useful for them,
yeah.
um, that's where at least I will start.
Um, she says, "Why don't you stay with me, nephew? Uh, the obvious move to make is to walk over the walls with our spiders and assume that they're not ready for that and have our way with them. But this is a witch lord.
Right.
And so we are going to be cautious. And you and I and a few others who are known for subtlety and cunning will breach the walls, when the moon is covered, when the moons are covered, and
Nice.
by the clouds, and we will see what this witch lord has ready for us, if anything.
This sounds great. I'm in. I like it.
Cool. And I think you all like ride, into the night, all day, and head east at the Blue Pyramid, and then as night falls, you get within sight of the fort, and most of the force camps behind a hill, and you and Aunt Arwia and her hunters, take your spiders over the wall. And I kind of want to see if you notice something. So make
Yes.
a lore roll to see if you.
That's where I was going to. Yes.
Yeah. Well, let me get the dice up, and I'll get the dice share screen up so we can share our die rolls, because that's nice. And I think cool. Make your roll. Roll your lore.
All right. Is that? Did you just roll those three?
Yeah. I rolled mine.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. I didn't want to clear them out. I'm like, oh,
nice.
That is nice. Yes.
2 successes. So you notice right away that the Witch Lord has runes around the walls that are like a contain spell, so that they'll like keep demons out. So basically, like as you as you approach the walls, you realize that you're not going to be able to take your demon into the walls unless you pop this contain spell or break it somehow.
Right.
And if you do that, he might know it, or they, the witch lord might know it. So like as you ride up, I think everybody's like clustered under like a copse of of desert trees, and that are near the walls, and you're waiting for the clouds to cover up one of the moons, and you notice like, oh shit, I'm not going to be able to bring the Sword of Khans in. And what do you do?
But we're riding our spiders all the way in.
Yeah, totally.
Can we ride double up on the spider?
Yeah, totally.
All right. So I let my aunt know that I'm going to have to leave behind my sword, and I'd like to leave it with my spider behind, and then I'll ride with her.
Nice.
My assumption is at some point, I may have to try to pop the containment, and maybe my spider and sword can track me down, or I can track it down. But if we're just scouting, this feels like a scouting thing.
Yeah.
then I want to leave my spider with my sword,
Yeah.
and then I'll ride with her.
Cool. Cool. Yeah. Awesome. She like, makes a sign of warding at at all the sorcery, but says, you're something about like you're just like your father, and puts her hand out to pull you up onto the back of her spider.
Mhm.
And you all go over the wall one at a time, when the guards can't see you. And I think he does have mercenaries who are fairly well armed. Not enough if it would be enough if you had steeds that couldn't just climb right over the walls.
Right.
But I think what is the in the fort is what they call an old place, which means the place where a demon can like stay and not have its needs met, and it won't fade away from this world.
Right.
So there's like this otherworldly spot within the, with almost like a temple within the fort, and
Right.
and contained in that temple is a is a demon that I'm imagining as like a giant white praying mantis.
Mm. Okay.
And I think the other people in the fort don't necessarily see you, but like, yeah, you definitely see the praying mantis, like, look sideways at you as you enter, and it's pretty clear that like, if anyone is to enter the fort, this mantis would be freed to wreak havoc.
Wreak havoc. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think your aunt says like whispers to you, what manner of sorcery is that?
I tell her it's the old kind because it's at the old place, so it is old sorcery. What will you do?
I know nothing about sorcery. That's why we brought you. What will you do?
I think I have to bind it. I don't say that to her. I'm saying that as Jay to Judd. I think Marduk has to bind it, right?
So there are other options, right? You can bind it, you can contain it, you can punish it, you can contact it, you can.
I always forget about contact. So what I'm thinking is maybe I can't bring mine in yet, but maybe I can get it to help us in the coming fight.
Right.
By wreaking havoc on the mercenaries that are here, right?
Yeah.
That's what I would like to do.
Cool. And there's also rules for pacting, like just cutting a one-time deal.
Oh wow! I think
I have never effed with them. So I'm literally like looking up the book right now because I've never messed. Oh, the pact. The pact is a subcategory of binding, far less personal and long-term, but also prone to error. It is absolutely specific about its goal, and the sorcerer has no responsibility to provide the demon's need except precisely as specified by the terms. It may be thought of as a legalistic deal, short-term or long-term, with a precise terminating clause. Use the table on the next page for bonus dice to the demon's pacting roll.
Nice. I'm game, man.
Cool. If the sorcerer wins the pact roll, the demon simply obeys, consistent with the spirit, as well as the letter of the command as far as it's able. However, if the demon wins, it will take either of the following routes. It'll pervert the intent of the command as best it can, obey well enough but demand more pay, reject the pact entirely up to and including attacking the sorcerer. Why pact instead of bind? It is on average harder than binding, and since it seems like a lesser form of binding, why should that be? part of the explanation is to look at it from the demon point of view. Pacting is a deal, not a relationship. Got it.
Right.
Cool. Cool. Yeah. So do you want to contact it? Do you want to just walk up to it and talk to it? How do you want to do this?
If I think I can walk to it and not be discovered, I'll do that. If I'm assuming contacting, I can do it from where I am and not have to physically move there.
Yeah. I mean, I think walking there is going to be, it's going to be dicey. Yeah.
So let's do contact.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do contacting.
Cool. Awesome. Let's look at some contacting. Bam. Cool. So it's going to be your lore versus the demon's power.
Mm-hmm.
So the demon's power is 5.
My lore is 4.
Cool.
I'll clear these dice.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, 2 successes.
Nice.
And that will roll over into the pact too. So, and it's already summoned. But yeah, I think describe it. I should have asked you to do that before. But yeah.
All right.
What does it look like? You contacting it from like across the courtyard,
right?
And yeah.
So I think I start with that click sound that we use on the spiders. On our spider mounts. It being a praying mantis, right? I'm trying to get its attention.
Cool.
Once I do that, I think maybe there's an old language, since it's in the old place.
Nice.
That, right? You can whisper it, right? But if you know it, you can hear it as plain as you and I are talking, right? So maybe it's not physically loud, but it's powerfully loud. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I think there's a conversation using that language. And it can use that language too.
Cool. Yeah, I love it. You're kind of like clicking across the courtyard at it. That's awesome.
Right.
Yeah, and I think it says you have old blood. You know the old tongues,
I was sired from one of the old times.
I've heard that happens. Are you and your nomads going to attack?
Yes, the nomads would like to attack and be the new owners of this place.
You ride among them, but you speak as if you're separate from them.
This is true. I will not join them. They must join me. That's a fight for another time. I could use your help.
And what would you like? What help would you like of mine?
Being that this place is already occupied, I would like your help in defeating the current owners.
That would surprise them quite a bit. It would cause me to.
Right?
What would I get from this, from you?
What are you getting now to maintain the status quo?
He said he would allow me to walk in all the old places here, but he has Not held up his part.
Are there some places you should not be here?
Some of the places here are old, some of them are rather new. The walls, the wells, stinks of modernity. But this temple, these old pillars, like broken teeth in the desert, they reminded me of an old day where your kind was glorious and reached to the stars.
There will be no forbidden places here for you.
I can walk where I will.
Agreed.
Let's make a roll. That was awesome. Definitely take 3 bonus dice. And I mean, I don't think it's one act. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's a time-consuming task, right? So, and I don't know what exactly you roll. I guess it'd be the demon's will, so that'd probably be 5. Cool. So it's your
Lord?
I think so. Yeah, appropriate score. I think we're like it's just like a binding, right? But it's a little less. So your lore +3, the demons +1. So that's gonna be 6 dice for the demon and however many for you.
7 for me.
Cool. And let's get that up. Awesome. And I might be really fucking up pacting, but that's okay. I've never done pacting before, which is awesome. I'm excited to do it.
Yes.
So I said it's got 5 + 1 is 6. Cool. I am rolling.
So am I. Woo! By the skin of my teeth.
Nice. Nice.
That is crazy, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
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 That is crazy.
You were gonna lose that one. It was gonna be a close one, but you were gonna lose. Cool. It says we have a deal.
Nice. I tell him.
I think he says old blood. He says we have a deal, old blood.
Oh, nice. I like that. How shall I call you?
That's a great. I want a cool name. Let me think. Not anything like a human name.
Right.
Yeah. I think it looks like a moon. The moon escapes from a cloud for a second, and it looks at you and you. It clearly gives you a fake name, but it says,
right.
You may call me Phobos. And I think like the color of its chitin is a little moon-like. So it looks like moonlight. So it the name is fitting, but it's a fake name.
Right.
And yeah, and I think when you come out of your trance or your whatever, your auntie and your aunt, actually not auntie, she's your aunt, straight up. Your aunt and your and her scouts are just looking at you like you're the fucking devil, right? They're just like, what the fuck is happening here?
And so I see that, and I say to her, calling back to when she said you're like your father, right?
Yeah.
I call back to that, and I look at her and I say, I'm nothing like my father.
Yeah, yeah. There are not enough warding gestures in all of the world for her to give them now.
I tell her that we are good. The creatures on our side, they will fight for us.
Nice, nice, cool. Yeah, someone's hammering on the walls. Yeah, that's a good thing to do at 10 o'clock at night on a Monday.
What is that?
Yep.
They want some Phobos action too.
It's time to put up a picture. What the hell? I swear there was less noise in our apartment in Queens than there is in upstate New York. I swear it was quieter. Absolute madness. Except for in World Cup season. World Cup season, like our whole neighborhood like went on fire and it was loud in a good way. It was cool, but other upstate has just been so loud. It's just stupid. I've had to talk to the neighbors so many times, and
that is funny.
It's a bad scene. Well, anyway, we'll talk about neighbors another time. Yeah, I think you all creep back over the wall, and yeah, I feel like with the demon bound like this, but I don't know if I still want a roll of any kind. I don't know if I'm interested in a roll at this point. I think I feel like it's going to go your way. You know, what do you think? Are you interested in like a battle roll where you kind of like come over the walls, or is this kind of, was the real battle the pacting of the of Phobos?
Yeah. So I feel good about. I wasn't sure at a gaming mechanics level how we were going to do a battle. I figured we were just going to play and find out. I like that. I think getting the demon on our side, I feel like that's a big win, right?
Yeah.
No matter how we come at the fortress, they're already going to be attacked from the inside.
Yeah.
Right. So I think yeah, I think that happens. I think we take the fort, right?
Yeah.
I think there's some chaos between us coming over the wall and coming in, and then the mantis turning on them.
Yeah.
Me as a player, and certainly as Marduk, my thought is we know there's a rogue witch lord there, and so the question is, what are they about, right? What becomes of that rogue witch lord?
Yeah, and like they have to break the contain for Phobos. They have to get pretty close. They might be the first person Phobos attacks. Are you interested in saving them from Phobos' attack so that you can have them as a prisoner? Is that the conflict here? Yes,
because I feel like if we take Riot back, to right as alive, back to the Witch King's consort, right? I feel like that's a bonus, right? Not only did we do the thing, but here's the guy for you. You know, do what you will.
Yeah. Love it. Cool. Yeah. So I think you're coming over the wall and you see Riot, spit in his hand, and like the spit kind of gains an energy, and he throws it at the ground, breaking the contain, and you see Phobos turn on him, and I think he realizes real fast, oh shit, this has gone south, and takes out a long knife / short sword, depending on how you're feeling about it, and I think let's roll to see where things go. I think the purple is going to be the demon. Red is going to be you, and then I'm gonna roll like another batch for Riot, and we'll see who does what first. Because maybe Riot escapes.
Right.
You know.
Right. No, I like it.
Also, take your bonus die from the pacting. And then take another bonus die just for coming up with a cool plan for wanting to take this guy into the Witch King's consort is cool.
Yes.
So grab that.
Nice.
So here are the 5 dice for Phobos, which are purple. And then I'm doing green for Riot. And he's got 3 dice. And then let's see what you got.
What am I using? What am I rolling?
Yeah, just roll the red dice. What are you rolling? I mean, how are you trying to stop him? Are you like, I think it's physical, you know?
Right. I think you're right. I think I have the thought, and then I try to get down there. I think you're right. I think it is physical.
Yeah.
Nice. So it's 5 dice, 3 plus the 2 bonus die.
Cool.
And there it is. Whew. Oh no! Oh.
Okay.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah. It's really close, right? I think I think it ends up with you get in there to save him, but I guess first question is, what weapon are you using?
If the containment is down, I bring.
Okay.
No, I don't. I use. I'm assuming there's all kinds of other normal, non-demonic
Yeah.
weapons. Yes.
Yeah.
So I will grab a short sword
Cool.
or long dagger.
Yeah.
And I'll go in with that. I won't bring
Awesome.
my demon sword in.
Cool. Yeah. Who do you leave the demon sword with? Out of curiosity.
I'd leave it on my spider still. If Beltis,
nice.
right, is present or around, I leave the spider in her care. But if not, I just leave it on the spider.
Cool. Yeah. So you walk into battle like a pedestrian.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, I think you run in, and it is this total cluster mess where the Riot is holding off the demon and cursing at it for being an oath, being a pact breaker. And then, you run up, and you and he kind of cross blades. And I think you've got one success rolled over again. So I think we're rolling everything we just rolled again to see. I think we can just re-roll selected and see how it shakes out.
Yes.
Cool. That's neat.
That is neat.
Awesome. And you're red, right?
Yes.
Cool. So again, it's pretty close, but like, I feel like when you get tied and then it's like one,
right,
and then another, like so I think the demon bowls Riot over and kind of puts one of its mantis claws in his chest.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's dead. I think he's just like coughing up blood, and it has like 2 successes over you. So oh no, that's Riot, isn't it? Riot
is green.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry. No, it's not. I thought the demon was green because I was thinking of praying mantis. Cancel. Don't do that. Oh shit, that's Riot. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Riot. So yeah.
I think this is you chasing Riot out into the desert.
Right.
I accidentally re-rolled, and I'm just gonna clear it. I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, I think like you are clear all dice. You and Riot kind of fight your way out into the desert, and through the mess of battle, and you and Phobos are chasing him, and he's running into the Red Waste. And I guess the question is, are you going after him into this other world? And you can see, like,
not, right?
Oh, you what? I'm sorry.
I won't chase him that far. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think, I was going to say Phobos is getting nervous, and like you can see, like he wants to get him, but he's leaving his old place, and he kind of starts to.
Right.
I think right as the same time that you're like, no, all right, he got away.
Right.
Phobos heads back in, and awesome. We've got a rogue witch lord out there in the Red Waste somewhere.
In the Red Waste, yes.
I think you two have like traded blows a little bit, and locked knives. But not. I don't think either of you really blooded each other.
Right.
Because all those rolls were super close, right?
Super close, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
And I think the last of his mercenaries are being killed as you walk in, and your father, takes his spider up atop the gates and says, Fort Riot is ours, and everyone cheers, and I think Phobos kind of disappears into the shadows of the old place.
Yes.
And
all right.
that seems like a pretty dope place to end. Well, we'll start, with I think next time we will begin with the cons coming to visit, and the vibe that you've got this rogue witch lord out there in the fucking Red Wastes,
yes,
doing summoning who knows what, and that's a fucking problem. You literally have
a problem.
Like, a witch lord with nothing to lose in this mystical other place. Cool.
Right, in the worst of places. Yes.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
That is awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, when he got away, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to get him.
Yeah, I like the dice. I like the way the dice shake out. Like, I like looking at it, being like, oh, this is clearly what's happening. Neat.
Right.
Cool. Thank you, Jay. That's a lot of fun. It's nice to be back on Marred. Like, I haven't played here in 1,000 years, so it's cool to play something longer than a con game. Very, very nice.
Thank you for doing this. I appreciate you running this. This has been 2 sessions of some crazy fun. I like it.
Yeah. No, even if it wasn't an ad for a book that I am straight up selling, even if it was a big advertisement, it's just, even if it wasn't in print, this would be a lot of fun. It's cool to play and look at an old place that we made up. What else other than the games you got going on this week? Anything else, like podcast stuff, Patreon stuff, Kickstarter stuff? Anything you want to discuss? Or
no, I'm updating the Diceology website. I've got 3 podcasts I'm behind on. I got to push out there. Kira McGrawn, Mateus from Free League, and there's one more. I did a run of Champions Now. I think about 4 or 5 sessions with 2 other players.
Okay.
And that was meant to go from the basic mechanics and adding things on as we play. Cool. So not a tutorial, but for folks to see how that game plays. as you ramp it up. So I've
Yeah,
got
you've been on a Ron Edwards tour lately. I'm telling you.
I know it's it's crazy because it's all unplanned, right? I had a
Right,
friend
right.
that was like, "Hey, I want to play mage, but I don't want to use the mage rules," and I'm like, "Hey,
Yeah.
let's do sorcerer, right?"
Yeah.
And
And
I was
that
already doing champions,
yep,
and
yep,
which is Ryan Edwards, and then at some point, I remember him because he's in two different games, one champions, one sorcerer, and he
right.
made the connection. And he's like, "Hey, are you getting kickbacks from this guy? Are you pimping all his stuff?" And I'm like, I hadn't even thought about it, but that's a testament to some of the work he's put in. So
Yeah, totally. It's just a funny thing. I think it's just
yeah,
It's I know it's a coincidence because I've been talking to you on Slack enough that I know that like it was an organic process and that's just the way it happened. It's just kind of funny how things shake out. Uh, so cool. Yeah, absolutely. You could do way worse than play his games. I would love to play Circle of Hands,
Circle of Hands. Yeah, I've read
uh,
through it. I haven't gotten to play it yet. So I think the folks when it first came out, a lot of folks were doing one shots with it, and I'm like,
no,
I think
that's a
I
game
think
you
we got
need
to
to get
play more
behind.
than that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
So
definitely. Especially with the I mean that's a game where you make a bunch of characters and you throw them all in the middle in the pot,
right,
and then
right,
you can play anyone you want.
right,
Um, my only problem with those types of games, and Band of Blades has the problem too, is that
right,
it means I don't want to play without one player there,
right,
because if anyone's doesn't make it, it means they can't see how someone else played that character,
right.
and so you don't get to like add to that lore. And yeah, I would just need like perfect attendance and
Attendance.
yeah, and that's
That's
rare. But yeah,
right. It's hard. Yeah.
my Thursday night group, little did I know, is absolutely like the perfect attendance. Boy Scouts. I had no idea that that's the way the Thursday night group was going to go. I thought half the people were going to show up, and it turns out all 7 people show up every game. And I'm like,
Whoa, that's a lot of people, man. That's fantastic.
I never would have agreed to game with that many people. They're all awesome. They're all my friends. It's a
Right.
great game. I look forward to it every Thursday. Uh, but it's a little bit too many for Zoom, and
Right. Right.
I just say, oh well, fuck it, we'll just play it.
Right.
Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to all that stuff. That's great. I'm glad all that's coming out. I've got last week a new Daydreaming About Dragons came out. There should be a new one. There might be a reply show this week, and then next week will be a new full episode, I hope. And yeah, I've got some blog posts up. My links are in the chat, and so y'all can go check it out. And that's about it. It's 7 days a week of gaming on Actual Play this week, so stop on by the channel and check us out on Twitter and at Actual Play if you want to see what's going on. And thank y'all for coming. Jay, thanks for playing. That was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Is there an electronic version of the dictionary? There is not. There is not yet. I haven't done it, and I have this weird thing that like it should be written in and physical. I probably need to get over it, and someday I will, but not today. So thank you for asking, Crown Day. There is not an electronic version at this point. Although I did find a pirated electronic version online and was super pissed. But so if you can find that one, God bless. The gods of Marad will judge you, but I will not. But they will, and they're way worse than me. Was that passive aggressive? I might have been fictionally passive aggressive.
It's not me.
It's not me, man. It's the gods of Marad. I can't help it if they curse you. Anyway, if you find it, yeah, however you need to find it, and I hope you get it. And if not, drop me an email and or look it up, and I'm happy to send you one. Cool. Thanks everybody, and thanks for playing, Jay, and thanks for hanging out with us, chat. I appreciated your energy, and we will see you next time. Let me just get to it. Hold on. Let me just let you know what else is going on this week before I before I head out because it is gonzo. Tomorrow is Blades in the Dark. I think it's kind of a small, it's an interesting kind of small group, maybe just GM and 2 players, which is kind of neat. So check that out. And Wednesday is Apocalypse Keys. Thursday, Nibiru with Jay. Friday
Yes.
is Traveler via Apocalypse World, which is me and Sean. Saturday is me and Jay again, and Misha with Stars Without Number. And then Sunday, as if that's not enough, is Once More Into the Void, which is awesome. It's a brand new game. I think the Kickstarter might be out by then. And it's about, it's kind of like inspired by Mass Effect 2 and Picard. And it's about like getting your space family together to have one more science fiction adventure, you know, one more job. So it looks super fun. Forged in the Dark looks right up my alley, and I'm super excited about it. So check all those out. If I'm not playing in one of those, we will likely be in the chat, in the chats, cheering our friends on. And that's about it. Have a great week, folks. I hope, I hope you're having as much fun as we are, because damn, we are gaming our butts off. I'll see you next time. Later.